Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one, back with another one, back with another one. This is Thirsty Thrills 50, the 50th edition. 50th edition. It's gonna be a very light Thursday because I gotta get attend to something real quick. So I ain't gonna be here long. It's pretty much, ain't much going on Thursday. I know everybody's making new channels and stuff, but shouts out to everybody. Appreciate people coming through and things like that. All right, got a like already. Okay. I gotta get set for Sunday Madness um this weekend. Yeah, let me get set up. Let me get set up real quick. This is not entertainment. This is not an entertainment channel. I ain't trying to be famous off this shit. Okay, okay. Ooh. They get you with that. Okay. Pretty much good. We're pretty much good. We're in the ball game. So we're in the ball game. So it's pretty much is what I've seen lately and so far. So yeah, last week, it's pretty much like I think George said about I talked about Matt Hoff and things like that. We talked about a lot. So a lot is going on. There's a lot going on. So it's pretty much, I think the drama's crazy, but shouts out to everybody, man. Like what you see is what you get. I mean, yeah, I talk about news and stuff and then, the YouTube nonsense, the BS. But it's pretty much it. Man, they out of control on Instagram. I let me stop. But Melly done gone crazy. Oh, she's got that. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna watch her shit anyway. That what you call it? She had like a little relationship there. I ain't gonna watch that. A nominee is your friend. Anonymity is your friend. Okay. CP's back. Okay. Niggas treating Kevin like a saint for real. And out of here. He's dead. Out of here. Rivers just tripping. I think she want the D. Let me stop being provocative. Casting Fred Money pulled up to Sirius XM radio. Hey, ain't nobody. Okay, funny moments with DJ Toro. That's on Hip Hop is Real. I always watch that. Sneeko getting ready for all the smoke. Man, ain't nobody studying Sneeko, man. Like, dude, you need to cut that shit out, man. Would you would you let your wife wear this? Melly's thirsty for content. She's a thirsty person. We already know about her deep sleep and all that. Okay. Let's say ASMR. That girl's sexy though. They try to say that ain't sexual, but it is in some aspects. Some of it is. When the women do it, it's kind of they try to do it in a sexual way. They try to pretend it ain't sexual. It is. But let's talk about TikTok. I posted it on my community tab, and they said they're gonna ban it in UK and the US. So the West is not playing. I want to speak on that. I believe it's some data. I believe a lot of it's data. I believe is the data thing. We're gonna get into that. He said Lonzo Ball will have a third knee surgery. The Ball family's finished. They was good when they first came out, and then the buzz went away. Yeah, but that's YouTube. We ain't gonna get into that. I won't get into my channel for a minute. My nerves is popping, itching like crazy, man. And man, my nerves is popping. It's acting up. It's acting up. My nerves is acting up. Y'all bear with me. My nerves is popping. It's itching all over the place. All right, because I can't function with this phone. I got everything up. All right. Let's go on, Mike. Salute. Salute. It is. It is. Okay. We here. If y'all want to come through, it's going to be a short one. It ain't going to be a long one because I got things to do. Embracing independent thinker, man. Ooh, got some views off that. Appreciate y'all. She see, I still got it. It's just gonna be who it is. Stop talking about people. Hell, I can do it. You can't mess with me. So Sunday Madness 58 edition will come. Yeah, I got that set up. I got that set up immediately. Okay, what's in my community tab? Let's talk about TikTok. This about to be destroyed. Okay. U.S. TikTok ban threat. White House demand Chinese owners sell shares or face they sell or face potential nationwide ban. That can happen. They try to say it ain't an empty threat. They say it's gonna be an empty threat. I don't believe that. Nah, it's bullshit. He's over it. Nah, this is they for real. They don't want no backlash. See, the U.S. likes privacy. They don't know about the U.S. They hold secrets. If TikTok was banned in the U.K., it'd be the happiest person alive. This is coming from a teenager. TikTok is done. Nobody likes TikTok. Even the UK don't like it. China don't have no power. I'm trying to tell y'all something. They're being controlled by somebody else too. But the US don't want no competition. I try to tell you, they're selfish. US has always been selfish. You got to study your country. They're about conquest. They don't let nobody share. Just like they did those Arab countries, they're gonna do the same thing with them. So they ain't a threat. See, that data stuff is gonna divide people. Dummies don't understand. The slaves don't understand that you can't do that shit and expect people to like you. You know what I mean? Acting like a sexual and shit. Y'all gotta understand something. This is for real, for real. Like you think they gonna let you just waltz in there and all that stuff? Like, come on, man. Like, are you gonna let them do that to you? Let's get real here, people. People, they're not gonna let someone steal people's data. They're just not. If they did, we all look stupid. At the end of the day, why go? Why go for it? You'd be stupid to side with China at this point. I wouldn't do it. Just don't even think. Don't even think about it. Just think about your future. For Christ's sakes, like y'all expect people to change? Ain't nobody gonna change. Ain't nobody gonna change. Y'all gotta understand. This is a big deal. If you think about it, this is a big deal. China's no joke. Two, when it comes to hacking, they have their own minds, but US is no joke either. They'll get rid of them. If war breaks out, they'll hit first. They don't trust no Asian person to dominate. White man's paranoid. The so-called white man is paranoid. He want nobody ruling. He'll get rid of anybody and then shut people up without saying a word. He'll do it just for it to get attention. I'm not mad they do it. They do it all the time. You think they're gonna just let people walk? It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Y'all gotta understand it's a big deal to them. Especially we're gonna talk about it like the first half of the night. We're gonna say like that's huge. That's huge. And if it does get banned, some people say it's gonna be the worst. No, it's not. It's actually gonna be a good thing because it's a sorry sight. Let me tell you something. Is YouTube gonna get banned? Is Instagram gonna get banned? Twitter? Hell no. It's money. But since this sorry site is from China, I try to tell y'all it's not going to work. I try to tell you this is 2024 politics right here. Chinese is going to say it's politics. Let's go on APTV. Let's go on, man. Salute, as always. But you're seeing what's going on, what I'm about to tell y'all in 2024. You're going to have a president that's going to do that. See, Biden's on borrowed time right now. The next president is going to replace him. He ain't going to run another 4. I don't believe he's going to run another 4. I just don't see it. I don't see Trump's gonna run. No, it's gonna be somebody better, and people gonna put him in there, and they gonna feel sorry for the person. They be like, "All right, he's in. What's he gonna do?" You know what I mean? But that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. But I just understand why TikTok is popular. I know people, every different groups is on it. I understand. You got your former feminist losers, the male so-called feminists, and these so-called male groups. They're clowns, by the way, the rejects that left from different sites. And it's kind of sad that I'm seeing it right now. I'm not hating if anybody got that's cool, but I don't care for it. I already knew it was a red flag because I saw this one Australian dude. He promoted TikTok years ago. I think it was like what 2019, 2019ish. I remember. I was on YouTube, but I wasn't doing content then. But some weird Australian weirdo, short white guy. I forget his name, but so-called white guy. But he was trying to promote it. It's going to replace Instagram and all this other BS. And then I heard, and we'll get to Kuda in a minute when he said that 2 years ago, and I told him it was a bunch of BS. No, Google, if they buy TikTok, they'll downgrade it, make it look like it ain't nothing, and put it out of its place in competition. They do like anything else. Like these companies that buy stuff, like tech companies like Microsoft, they downsize what the companies used to be, and then they be insignificant. They do it all the time. Look at Apple. Apple tried to do that with Sony, and that didn't work. You don't hear nothing from Apple again, but making them sorry ass computers. But they phones, I have to give Apple credit. Their phones, I hate to say their old phones are still the shit. But I'm not a fan of their computers, but they phones, I have to give it to them. The music and all that. That's what's getting to Apple. But is Apple respected worldwide? Hell no. It's Motorola, those high price ass Android phones. At least, yeah, I got one too. It's high price too, but it's not really that high price. I got a what is it called? A LG. I had HTC for years, but then I went to LG, and their last model was the Style Plus 6, and I still got it. It still works, and they got a battery thing to fix that your charge too. But they say it's illegal in the US. They said, but this Asian woman, she was promoting it like this. It's illegal what the companies are doing, messing with your phone and your memory and your data and stuff in your apps. But I forget the name of it. They have it on the ads if y'all that little charge that fix you, make you charge fast and all that. I forget what it's called, but we ain't gonna get into it. That's a whole nother topic on that. But I'm just saying, like, I see this stuff all the time. I'm like, okay, this dude was trying to promote it. I heard it's 2019. Knew it was a bunch of bullshit. Then Kuda said the same thing 2 years ago on his panel, and me and him going back and forth. And then he had Bandra on there. I'm like, this dude, you barely even listen to the audio community. They're divided, bro. Like you if you're part of that, they worse than the tech people when it comes to the computers and stuff. A lot of people is divided, and they have their little ideologies. I just want you to explain something. Like when you're dealing with the Fallout community, I don't care if it's Grand Theft Auto community, any community that deals with tech and all that stuff, most people divide over bullshit. And they're fanatics. I'm not a fanatic. I support content of all types. I just don't like these hardcore idiot fanatic slaves. I call them slaves. They're sheep, but they're slaves deep down to the bullshit. The developers don't care. They just gonna make their money and move on. Yeah, you like the product, they gonna push. Yeah, they care about the customer. They care about their supporters. They don't care about the fans acting crazy. No, it's their game. They make it how they want to make it. I've watched a lot of criticisms of the game I like the most is Fallout 4 and their little series, right? And then you got people to criticize the older games. The older games are straight. It's nothing wrong. If I had a PC, I'd definitely get 1 and 2 just to understand the lore, right? Third game's good. Now, I recently just ordered New Vegas. And if I like it, it's straight. I saw a couple channels like, I play those games. Those are my type of games anyway. But I did play their Rage games. But that's got some good stuff. They just kind of a silly company at times. They have bugs in their games every now and then, but they allow mods. That's the only company I can't say nothing bad about Bethesda. They at least they allow mods. Look at Skyrim, for Christ's sake. Look at Fallout. Like, don't get me started. Are they worse than Rockstar? Well, in the first world community, they can be yes and no. They just know what they're doing. Nobody's topping 76 right now. It came out bad, and then they made some fixes, but it's gonna last them for some years. See, these companies deal with the long haul. See, Rockstar is worse, but you have a lot of fanboys and slaves love Rockstar. Now, I like their old games. The new shit, I'm just not impressed with. Rockstar, the same people done left, it's gonna be very interesting when GTA 6 is gonna come out, and it's a lot of political angle next year, and then year after. I don't think it's gonna come out in 2025. I just don't see it. I think it's gonna come out next year, and whoever's running this year, going on next year, you already know who they're gonna doctor up the story. But we'll see. We'll see. We got to get in motion. It'll be like a GTA 4 game almost with the politic angle. And if they make a spinoff like a DLC, you already know what time it is. So knowing they track record. But I'm just saying, I'm looking at TikTok like this. You got different ideologies on there, right? I don't be on there. I watch Odin's Man. He breaks down. There's a lot of trans people on there. You know, the T people. I call them T people. I call them T people / same sexuals, but we ain't gonna get into that. We ain't gonna call them trans. Like, you know, I ain't use they're transsexuals. They all that, but they're T people. Let's call them T people and same sex. For now on this channel, on this side of the block, I call them T people and same sexuals. That's what they are. We already know they trans, but they T people and same sexuals. That's why I always call them same sexuals. That's what they are. I don't use the H word. Like, we already know that. They stole everything. They stole every ideology in books, but we ain't gonna get into it. Like, they steal everything else. He said, I'm a she. I don't care about your pronouns. No, it's over. It's over. No, because everybody's pushing back on it. And TikTok is exposing them. And then you got the women's back. But that recent baby daddy, the clown nigga that he is, dude, if you impregnate 7 women, shout to Albert Preach, I can't side with that either. You're done. You're an idiot. And he said, I don't give a, I can't take care of those 7 kids. Like these niggas in the so-called manosphere. They all like that. There's a third of you that's like him, and the rest of you just lame. In the modern day manosphere, in the 2.0 host space. It's dudes like that with 7 kids that don't want to take care of their kids, losers, and do it overseas. But you got niggas that don't have kids, but they losers like them, even worse. So it's sad. You know, you're hurting the younger generation and everybody else. So 2.0 / everybody else co-sign this shit, and then Kuda promotes it like he's gonna save them. Stop saving niggas that don't give a fuck about you, bro. Like, I tried to tell him that 2 years ago, dude. That shit is dead. When I was on his channel, I knew what his channel was about. It was entertainment. It was great. But I'm breaking him down like, why you defend these bitch ass niggas in the manosphere? That's hurting your content right there. If he wants to improve, do what Duke the Don does. Just talk about the niggas and move on. That's all. Just one time, you know, throw some shots. He got everything. He's got everything. He's got the skills. He's so stuck on trying to help niggas. Niggas don't give a fuck about you, bro. It's competition. They just want to crack your head and just take your shit, and there it is. That's just the whole purpose of me looking at it. Like, I tried to tell him that 2 years ago, and he still won't. He gonna do what he gonna do. Yeah, he gonna do his music. He may get his views there and there, but no one cares. They want the bullshit. Niggas want the bullshit. Let's tell you that right now. They want the drama. Because drama sells. Without it, you just, you know. But I'm not saying it sells. I mean, my content is good too, because it takes a while, but it gets views. Don't underestimate the old-fashioned YouTube. YouTube still believes that. They just lie so damn much to people, and there it is. This girl look fine on Twitter. Let me stop. Twitter's nasty. You know, I already know. That's whoredom 101. We ain't gonna speak on Twitter ever again. Twitter's on some whoredom shit. I'm gonna leave Twitter alone because Twitter's kind of weird. Pornography is very big on Twitter, but we ain't gonna get into that. Twitter is a whole nother lane. I'll have to do a vlog stream, talk y'all about what I think about Twitter. Twitter is it's down the gutter, but it's understandable. Everybody loves prostitution on Twitter. They just do. And I'm not mad. This is a society we live in. We're not mad. This ain't a moral stream. This is a realistic stream, and we can't get mad because everybody co-signs it. And what's the excuse? They meet people off in there too, like a dating site. So be mindful. This is real shit. You know, they do this. These people participate what goes on, old and young. They don't care about their children. Now, in sports, they promote kids selecting March Madness upsets. I saw that on there on Twitter. Okay. That's on my timeline. They're so adorable, though. picking those teams and shit. Memphis, KU. Okay, we'll talk about sports later, but we ain't gonna get into that. But let's talk about this dirty prostitution on Twitter, man. It's big on Twitter, man. They love it. I'm not mad. This is what dudes talk about. I'm just using an example when they talk about OnlyFans. Well, you got prostitution on Twitter. It's everywhere. It's on the internet. It's always been on the internet. It's just the underbelly then got stronger and stronger. Shouts out to APT. He be talking about the real, like, people do that overseas too. Yeah, they do it here. That's why the billionaire mindset, aka Ask Nathaniel, said, yeah, it's here, but these dudes is failing. Them dudes is failing. And if they're failing, you ain't gonna make it. It's just like, I don't complain about this stuff. Like, I see it where I'm from, and dudes complaining about it. I'm not tripping off this shit. Hell, it's opportunity over here. There's tension over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's giving up on nobody. You just got to put your bid in. Like Platinum always said, put your bid in. Yeah. If you're really that thirsty, go out there and do it for real, for real. No, don't play around with it. Because people ain't gonna wait on you. I'm telling you, like, Twitter, they said you ain't gonna be nobody on Twitter. Oh, yeah, you can. You just gotta make it happen. That's why OnlyFans is there to embarrass you, but these niggas don't have the balls to do that. This is why Ramil exposes niggas. If you see any so-called mainstream dude talking shit, he's thirsty for it and thinking about it. He better go on and do it and quit lying and get exposed and then get out the way, man. They don't care nothing about you. These souls understand. It's about that bread with them, and we good with that. I ain't mad. The prostitute said, "Hey, yes, I'm a hoe, but I don't care. But you better give me that paper, nigga. If you're a nigga, you're paying." And she's happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad that she ain't happy with it. She's happy with it. Do you think that they care about what these niggas think on the internet? Hell no. And if they live close to you in one of these states that's known to have these type of people roaming around, especially in cities. See, I understand the South and other places, and they're everywhere, man. This ain't no one-dimensional, oh, they in East Coast. No, they everywhere. They everywhere. Because the internet ruined everything. They traveled everywhere. And as soon as you go everywhere, they be where you at. I know it's effed up, but it is what it is. You just can't deny the fact that it's over. You can't cry about this shit. Just let it go. Just let it go. It's ball game. Like, these dudes are thirsty, but they have to understand this is over. It's like, you got to really understand what's going on. I understand that people having a hard time out here on both sides, really, but really the dudes is having it hard because they don't understand that it takes a lot. But why risk your life? You know, some people say they don't want no Z. That's fair. And, you know, some people say they don't want it. And that's cool. But I'm just saying, if y'all thirsty for some ass, why think about it? You know, I ain't thinking about it all the time. I mean, it's nice to look at, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I would do it myself. But you gotta understand, this stuff is wild, man. Like, you gotta understand, this stuff can weigh on you. But see, the internet exposed everybody. Internet exposed everybody. And that pandemic did a number on y'all niggas, man. I'm laughing my ass off, and I'm just like, man, y'all still talking about this in 2023? In 2022, y'all just over here on some bullshit. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I understand that people got to talk about same sexual relationships or regular relationships to get attention. I understand that. I understand the plight of the so-called men and women, but they're mind controlled by the top. This is all a political ploy and the future of entertainment that's being promoted. See, 2024 is going to be a dangerous year. It's going to be a strange and dangerous year at the same time. You got to understand, they doing it for the political aspects. What's going on, right? See, y'all got to understand, no one gives a fuck if you're trying. You know what I'm saying? No one cares. Like, you can talk about the worst thing of all time, right? But you gotta understand that that's business. Like, no man should talk about what's going on. Period. It's gonna get worse, like before it gets better. But see, the world's changed. The world's changed in a big way. But you gotta understand that's the world we live in. So I understand 2024 is going to be a great year for the politicians, not for us, but for them, yeah, because they want to control shit. They want to get rid of people off here. But see, the internet is just too savvy. See, they worry about TikTok getting banned. And that I think this is gonna be the theme of you'll okay. Okay. I'm back at it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, my internet was being janky for a minute. It was being janky for a minute. Uh-oh. Oh. All right, we good. We good. We good. We good. Damn. This internet is tacky, bro. Woo. I was messing with it and I'm glad I caught that in my studio. I'm glad I caught that. Woo. I thought this drink was, but it's good. It messed up me earlier, but I said good. We straight. We straight. Yeah, we get an hour in. Yeah. Because I ain't gonna do it no long hours. So I stopped doing that. It's gonna be a show. Next one I may do two. I'll give y'all two probably next week, but this week ain't it because I'm distracted with other shit. You know, I'm trying to get used to this new time and shit. I'm used to the new time when it already changed, but I think this is the year. I think this is the year they said they're gonna leave it like this for the year. I don't know if it's. I think Biden's gonna probably vote on it. I believe this coming spring they're gonna make this official. They're gonna leave it as it is. That's what they said 2 years ago. They said that they passed it and said they said that 2 years ago. Heard it on the news 2 years ago. They said they was gonna leave this type of time, and they said it's no farm. I think other people said it on the panel. They said, yeah, they're gonna leave it like this. I don't know if it's this year, but I believe it's this year. I thought it was last year, but they said no, it's this year. Okay. If it is, let me know because they said other states ain't going for it, but it don't matter because other states in the East Coast is going to keep it like this. And if the other state sees that, they're gonna go on board. I believe it's gonna be this year because I believe because 2024 is gonna be an interesting year because if they keep it like this and this type of time, we already know they're trying to speed up the process of the war and all that other stuff. Yeah, was about to say no audio. Yeah, yeah. I know, right? Right. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell to the fuck yeah. Yeah, man. I caught that shit too. And I was looking at on my thing. Yeah, the internet can be janky sometimes. That's that T-Mobile shit. I use a different one too. I have two of them, but I needed this one to see if it worked. It's fast. It's just it gets janky every now and then. But it happened to me early this morning. But that's just part of what we see right now. But what we're seeing in layman terms that TikTok is about to be mods as well, yeah. But let's see. Yeah. I would say it like this. Yeah, Florida kept it like this. Yeah. I think Georgia's going to do the same thing. I think a lot of states going to end up doing that, to be honest with you. I think they're going to keep it like this. Yeah. But Georgia will too. Like most of the East Coast and the Southeast and probably in the Central, where I'm originally from, they're going to do it. Because I believe it's going to be this year because they did pass it 2 years ago. Because I remember the Democrats said that they was going to leave it like this. And the rest of the world don't observe that. So TikTok and this going on, it is political, but there's some changes. They're gonna try and get rid of TikTok, but see, TikTok's not American, you see. That's another thing why people don't understand. And it's not American, that's a problem. Or it's an issue. That's the issue for them, and government ain't gonna have it either. Look, now government, that's different. I ain't gonna get into the private. Also, they can do it. Yeah, they can, but they already on Google and YouTube. They don't need that. Google's getting tried with the FCC right now, with the 230 Act and all this other. They don't know what they gonna do. See, they don't want TikTok replacing Google and YouTube. You see, the US ain't going for that. People, no, TikTok's not strong enough. See, China ain't gonna make it. If I was China, you gotta play ball, man. If you don't, they can ban you. And you know what China will do? They got other sources, but they'll get rid of TikTok if it's not making them no money. Knowing China's moves, they'll get rid of TikTok. Because if that hurts them long run, they'd be like, nah, we ain't going down with TikTok like that. Let me stop. Let me stop acting crazy. They don't sound like that. No, you stupid American. You know. But it is what it is. Back in November in 2022. Yeah. Florida. Yeah, Florida's on money. But it is what it is, man. But Georgia's trying to do something like that too, try to keep it like this. And they're going by what the White House says. You know, all these states, they're going to end up sticking with that. If they make it into law, oh yeah, they definitely keeping it. The rest of the United States ain't going for it, but eventually they'll comply. They'll comply. They have no choice. Nobody wants to live out west no more, but west is, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's the type of world you live in. You live in that world. But the internet divided people. That's true. Did it help unify some people? Not much, probably a small fraction, but the majority, no, it divided. But that pandemic exposed a lot. You see a lot. I try to tell you what you're seeing on Twitter, Instagram, and all these internet sites and offline. You're seeing madness, but it's going to continue because we're in that pre-apocalyptic world right now, pre-apocalypse. But when you get post-apocalyptic, it's going to be like, y'all dudes ain't ready because we're there. You know, we see the signs. Look at Ukraine and Russia, a mess full of nonsense over some territory, right? Russia said, "I'm going to challenge that territory," and look at them getting their ass whooped. A lot of people try to say Russia's winning. Russia ain't winning shit. Stop it. Ukraine is winning. They're getting back by the U.S. So nah, they cheating. U.S. is gonna cheat. Can't trust what the U.S. does. U.S. gonna cheat these wars, and it's gonna be over before you know it. That technology, man. He could speak on blacks. Red's playing video games. Shouts out to Red. Red doing a thing. But it is what it is. Appreciate the share, Absalom. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Always share his stuff. Y'all subscribe to him. That dude's hilarious, man. He be making fun of all these dudes here, man. It's hilarious, man. And we know these dudes, man. They silly. The best looking gun, Vinylic Puma Gaming. That dude's a nut too. He's part of that Fallout community, but he's a nut. The master. I mean, the Fallout community is hilarious. Let me tell you something. That community is so hilarious to the point it's got different ideologies. Just like these niggas here in these spaces. It's just so dumb how they think. Like, let me tell you something. They're all hilarious. Yes. They're all hilarious. But what's the point of arguing about a Pacific Jane done changed and companies like Bethesda done took over and took the ideology and just changed it to something else? Like, bruh, it's not that serious, man. It's not that serious, dog. Like, dude, it's ball game, right? Y'all can't change the fact what Bethesda does. They gonna do what they do. They worse than Rockstar. But Rockstar, the least they show their hand all the time and apologize. But they both do the same thing. The difference with Bethesda though is they let you have mods. They don't even charge you. That's the only giveaway. That's the only giveaway. Shouts out to Toya. You know, she had a stream, but I had to share it. But she talked to that so-called master that she loved. She loved that nigga though. But but shouts out to Toya. You know, Toya's cool. Ain't no beef over here. But it's just what it is. But that nigga, that old nigga's trying to redeem himself. Ain't nobody watching him. It's credibility, man. I heard he got it was on Tampa. And then I heard he's got the women's channel back. I've heard BGS of women's, that clown nigga, bro. Like I took a peek of it years ago in 2019. Man, that shit was alright. I don't know what he trying to do. Y'all's grandmaster, Mr. So-called black pill utilitarian, a clown. Always want to hang on every word. Bunch of slaves follow him, but I feel sorry. But what's his name? Truth as we know it. That dude, he's solid. He's solid. He came in my chat a few times. I talked to him on other platforms. I don't know why he listened to 3 syllables, man. But that's him. But you know, that's between. If you like the dude, that's cool. You know, I ain't. Y'all can listen to who y'all want to listen to. It don't matter to me. I don't care for them niggas. I just look at them like, look, nigga, y'all ain't progressing. The other niggas talking bad about y'all. They're not gonna stop. And then you got Fido, softcore. You know, a lot of people call him hardcore Tito, but if I was Tito, man, if they're gonna call you the P file, you already it's on your jacket, bro. If you went to prison for that, they know. Like a lot of people say they lied to him. Nah, we don't know that nigga. I don't know him, and we don't even know him. He tries to say they lied. I was like, nigga, you don't know. You could be lying too, because there's videos like that. You can sue people and do all that shit, dude. You ain't doing shit over here. If it's on your jacket, nobody's fucking with you like that. That's why they fuck with you. Probably the entertainment. Yeah, your little light roast is kind of funny, but it ain't that funny. I mean, you just another nigga running your mouth. But I have to give you credit. You chin checked a few dudes, but you ain't gonna do that to me because you just another clown. I can't take you serious. You just running your mouth. Nobody's not gonna take you serious. They only take you serious if you beefing with everybody. But they already know your track record. So he can't go on panels and talk shit. He just can't do it. I don't see him do it. He's the type of dude. He got morale, but he stays on the same shit. But that's him. That's what he does. He's like, I got followers that love. That don't mean nothing. They'll turn on you. You can't trust them. I know why he got 4,000. I see. I don't go against people that got 4,000. I just let them be who they are. But if something happens to their channel, man, you out of there. Because one of the women's gonna come on his shit and tell him, "Hey, nigga." But you know, I be sky watching them sometimes. But I let them know, like, dude, they don't care nothing about you like that. He can talk shit about me all the time, but it ain't gonna work. Only difference between me and him is I don't worry about the people like that. Get content. I mean, that's his thing, and that's cool. But he's gonna be who he is. He's gonna be who he is. I'm not gonna take back what I say. If he don't like it, he can deal with me in person, but it ain't gonna happen. I don't take him seriously. I really don't. Dude's 5'9". A lot of people say he's 5'10". Nigga, you 5'9". You lied so much. You niggas lie so much on the internet. It's why people don't take y'all serious. And then Taz be trolling y'all. Y'all have to understand, Taz likes to troll y'all. Y'all fall for it. I know what happened to him in Cerulean. I already know the story about that, but we ain't gonna get into that. Another clown, right? I don't fuck with his shit either, but he gets y'all so tight in Ty City's chat, I be laughing, bro. I don't let that nigga get tight. So see, I never been on a panel with him though. Never. See, I could say some shit that he ain't gonna like. So I'll troll him that way. See, I know how to soft troll him too. But see, Fantastic, Mr. Fittinelli don't like my ass. And I respect that. I always control that nigga. That's forever. That George Floyd shit, oh, that's forever. You already know I got his number on that. He can't say nothing. That's why he's over in Lapeef. Lapeef is punking him right now with not so Anton. Anton's rich. No, Anton broke. That nigga broke from Michigan. Fuck out of here. He making Detroit look bad. Oh, clown nigga. But that's Anton for you. But hey, but some people like dude, some people like Mr. Hardcore himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, and some people try to chose the name Softcore. He's just gonna have to deal with the fact they're gonna call him a pedophile, man. Like that's the one jacket they look at you, and then I don't want to have that conversation. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, because he's on that type of time. So not doing that. So it's basically it's not that people to collab with on YouTube. I don't do the collab thing because collabs can go left. If we have a fallout and if we like a certain individual or content creator, there's an issue. There it is, and this. I try not to do that. I thought about it. Started on YouTube. I think collab wasn't a thing when I very first started on YouTube years ago. Back in when it first came out, when this site came out, there was no such thing as collabs back in the day. Hell no, it was competition. That collabs just started. I hate to say, probably 2011ish. When people said collab, I was thinking about 2009. From I can go for back in 09. That's when I heard the word collab. Ever since then, it was something. Then people had a fallout. And then there's a new collab with that person. Only artists and rap artists can say that, but a regular person collabing somebody, that sounds dumb. Now it's like a phrase now in this era, and like, oh my god, here we go. I never collab with people on this shit, never. There's always a motive. If I have a motive, it's an issue. He has a motive, there's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta be on the same page. We gotta meet each other in person, do all that shit and exchange and contracts and all that. Like that's a whole nother. But I ain't trying to be famous off here, man. That ain't me. I'm just a messenger. I speak my mind. I see things for what it is, and I just look at it like this. If you're gonna do any type of content on YouTube, make it interesting, make it soundproof, make it enjoyable, and sometimes put some little insight. Balance it all out. Just have a mixture of the channel. That's what I try to do with these streams, but the pre-records it's the same. It's my same content I've always teach. Ain't that much to talk about, but this is my current events. When I do live stream, I talk about current events, what's going on, and balance it all out. What we're seeing and what we're, talking about. But that's the whole purpose of these shows like Thursday Thrills, Sunday Madness. You break it all down. But I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with the independent thinking series. I'm thinking I'm gonna pursue that more and stay with it more. Might move it off for Tuesdays. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna pick a day. If it's Wednesday, it's every Wednesday. I may do that for the afternoon. I may do that for Wednesday afternoon and then start talking. That way I get a feel what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll drop my recording that Wednesday night. I'll do something. That's something to think about in the spring. After I close these two streams out, the Sunday Madness and Thursday Thrills, because y'all can watch them anytime you want, because them series about to come to a close. I already done said what I need to say in that lane. I still talk current events on the Independent Thinker series just a little bit, and then break down a few things, and then just mix it up and talk about different things and how to live your life and all this other stuff and try to move forward. So I understand TikTok is the hot topic right now from Sky News and other places, and they say this is gonna be bad for the West. This is gonna be bad. It ain't gonna be bad for the fuck out of here. China don't care nothing about that. If China really cares, China really try to stabilize their military and their economics. That's the two things they care about. And they worry about North Korea getting all the nuke power. They trying to shut that shit down. They trying to get Taiwan. That's not a good success right now. Okay. China's backpedaling. They ain't got no power like that. They need some power. They need some invisible hand power from another opposition they got to face. So I'm not rooting for China. I'm just saying China's going to be who they are. And a fake war with them wouldn't make no sense. Let's keep that real. We create all these fake wars. But nobody wants to talk about it in these spaces now because they too chicken shit to go against the system. Like I said, I've been the same since this channel started. In my old channel, I try to turn it into that in my old channel. Big mistake. I learned that lesson now. I learned that lesson from my previous channel why I got flagged and trusting sorry niggas that had my back, but they didn't. So That was back in 2012. But we ain't gonna get into that. Some niggas was agents the whole time. So I had to start over with this channel. This channel grew very well, organically, very organically. And I left this shit and it grew. That's what happened. 2019, I started getting thousands of subscribers. People asked me how I got 1,000. I told this one individual, I said, before we had a fallout, I left. All of a sudden, they was watching my shit. Young people was watching my old shit, and next thing you know, it blew up. That's what. If you're that type of content creator like me, and there's several people that's like that with me, it blows up. If you leave it, it'll grow. It will grow. If people find something intriguing, if they're into stuff and they into this type of subject, they're gonna be intrigued. And I'll tell you why they're gonna be intrigued. They're gonna be intrigued to the fact that you put care in your content and eventually becomes evergreen. See, evergreen content lasts for a long time. I don't care if they delete the site anywhere. If I go somewhere else, my shit grows. That's how it works. If you ain't trying to be like everybody else, you go the opposite of direction. This channel's known for that. Now, if YouTube does last and it has the money and the weight, I will say this channel will be up for quite a good while. We'll see. It's a lot of messages, and they know what you said. I just changed what I did with the audio. Previous audio back then, I didn't have all the nice setups. No, I was too busy focusing on a job and all this stuff, trying to balance the school thing out and the volunteering, in Emory University. And I'm not a university guy. I never went to a university 4 years. No, I just volunteered for did a 2 year. They try to make it like my semester up there, but that's whole nother stuff. I did graduate high school 4 years, so I did a few accomplishments. That's it. But outside of that, I was still hustling for the job that I had. And the previous one I had too. I had that for 2 years and never looked back on that particular job. But I'm looking for something else that's, sustainable. But I'm looking for more, I got money. I'm straight. I just need to find the right one to make me some more income. But then I'm enjoying my hobbies though. This and others I'm into. So it's pretty much it. But I ain't trying to make no hobbies out of a living, not the ones I'm into, because you're very limited in the monetization. I'll tell you that right now. People getting demonetized over some dumb stuff. This site's been broken since 08, and now it's gotten worse. Never trust that shit. And thank God I don't trust it. I made my channel what it is. It's a hobby channel. Speak my mind on current events, and that's it. But outside of that, I'm helping somebody off here too. So if they get a view of my messages or my streams, and we good. I'm good over here. I'm good. Y'all don't have to do nothing. This channel is what it is. If I made another channel that feels based on money, it's gonna be something different, and I'll invest in it. But I'm not gonna invest YouTube like that. YouTube's not worth it. Wait, those people are not getting paid like that. If you're a certain subscriber numbers like 1,000, you're not getting paid like that. Nah. If you're making millions, if you got millions of subscribers and you got more money than the average YouTuber, you already know you're making bank. You're protected by contractors, agents, people from Google. You're protected all the way around. Period. You got to be noticeable. And if they do notice you on YouTube, they know you're a YouTube personality and they know you come from the internet. A lot of people don't care, but they will care over time. They say, oh, he talks like this. Oh, I like his channel. Ooh, more bunnies and slaves. But you didn't grow it naturally. You did some way to get some growth. It's not that hard to grow a million subscribers. Anybody can do that. I can do that if I wanted to. But I choose not to because it's not me. You know what I mean? It's not me. Because if I ever did that, I'd be fake. You know what I mean? Because y'all look at me like I'm crazy. Like, this nigga did this. Y'all be talking your shit. Because I understand how that would affect me. I don't care what people think as much. I wouldn't. If I would have did and been an asshole, it'd be too easy. Y'all be still dumb, and then I'll clown y'all some more. But see, the reason I didn't want to go that route, I don't want to be an inflated asshole, and I don't want to be that. And plus, I'm not that narcissistic to be that. Sorry, I'm just not built like that. Because if I was, I'd be stupid like these so-called manosphere retards that's in these spaces, these so-called modern day spaces. You'll never see me act like that because I'm built a certain way. I'm built as low key, and that's it. Boom. I can be cordial when I want to. I can be extroverted when I want to. When the time is right, I'll strike, and it'll be like lightning fire. That's how I roll. especially on the internet. I have to. Can't be crazy on here because I don't know these people like that. Because a lot of these people are unstable. Because if something happens in a area where they at, they're unstable. And if I find you unstable, I'm just gonna leave you alone. That's how I treat the internet and these people get caught up in. Because most y'all niggas is unstable. Y'all got issues. Y'all got some sexual issues. Y'all got some violent tendency issues with your violent life, or you dealing with violence. Y'all marital issues is trash. You put them online to show the world to see. You want to be a whore. A lot of you people are broken sheep, broken slaves, man, aka sheep. Y'all want to bang your head to the wall and blow your brains out. That's what y'all want. Y'all not ready for this post-apocalyptic world in the near future. Y'all ain't ready for that. Wasteland culture is here. It's here to stay. That's why Ukraine and Russia's think about nuclear prowess. It's a combination of us two backing it. You know, it's just a whole bunch of nonsense y'all ain't ready for. I understand why everybody's in pain. I understand. I try not to be that cynical. I try to be a little bit balanced between full glass and sometimes it's half empty every now and then, but every now and then I can be half full when I'm talking about something else. Because tonight it's a balanced conversation, but TikTok is a big deal. If they ban TikTok, say goodbye to that Chinese money and nobody cares. I think TikTok is over for y'all. If y'all on TikTok and y'all loyal to it, y'all better delete that shit now because the U.S. about to ban that. They try to make some money because that war in Ukraine, that's about money. That's about money. That's about economics. If Democrats want to maintain the same nonsense, here's what's going to happen. It's the same thing we hear all the time on both parties. But if they win again, it's ball game. That means they're going to wait on the nuclear thing for the next 5 to 10 years to start another fake war, and there we are. But we ain't going to get into that. That's a whole nother vlog show. I'll write where they're going to stand at. Because tonight, this is basically a summary of what I'm talking about, why TikTok will be gone in the near future. What's going on, She Salute? Yeah, we here. But that goes for male and female. If y'all believe in that shit, TikTok's done. I don't see it lasting that long. After the FCC trying to challenge Google and YouTube, because with the 230 law that's been brewing since 2019 with the COPA, it's going to be a lot of changes. A lot of changes. YouTube already made changes already. They're good. They already told y'all to just tone it down a little bit. They pick and choose who they want to get rid of off here. You can't trust Google and YouTube because Google and YouTube is looking at TikTok being banned. If they get banned, that means Google and YouTube's going to take all their money. Watch. That's just another excuse to give them power. It's just like the video game companies. If somebody lose their assets in gaming and sales and all that, and people stop buying these shit, you know what that means, right? Competition. Now, China will get upset and attack these sites like Google and YouTube. Watch what I tell you. It's going to happen. That's a retaliation. It's a retaliation. And Google, YouTube can't protect y'all. I mean, they can in some degree, but, yeah. But TikTok is not a thing now. I'm talking about it tonight, and I'm through talking about it. If people ask me, that site's through. I'm glad I posted on the community tab, and Sky News said it's official. UK don't even want it. If France don't want it, and the Arab world don't want it, and the rest of the world don't want it, China's done. China has no say. China's gonna have to reframe what they're gonna do. That ain't the only site they use, but that's probably the biggest they ever got. China wants that money too. So yeah, it'll trigger it. But TikTok is just a small fries compared to Google. Google's a giant, information and data. TikTok has a lot of stolen data. So I don't know what y'all talking about. It's the future and shit like that. Shit. Kuda said that shit 2 years ago. He said that was the future. That's bullshit. It'll never be the future. Look at it. It's backed by China. Y'all ain't even know that. I'm not surprised. The Australian dude tried to say something in 2019 years ago. I believe it was 4 years ago, I believe. Yeah, 4 years ago. He said that 4 years ago, and he said it's going to replace Instagram. He was wrong. It didn't replace Facebook and Instagram. Get the fuck out of here. Still here. TikTok is failing. Yeah, it's got a lot of viewership, but it's failing as a site. They kicked everybody off there when it first started. They kicked niggas off there to sound too revolutionary and all that. You know what's going to happen? Them and a lot of ass backward groups will back this. And most of them in the UK will back this. I'm trying to tell you, if it gets banned in the West, it's not a big fucking deal. You know why? Because everybody else got banned off of TikTok. So China is Ladyboy Central as well, along as Thailand. They try to say it ain't. Yes, it is. Yes, they have good cultures over there. Yes, true, but they support ladyboyism. That's what this is about. America does too in some degree, but they're hypocrites. But China is pro. So China better be careful. No. Because there's certain people stop y'all want to control what y'all do over there. So we ain't gonna get into that. Because that's a whole nother topic. I can spew why China is not gonna last as a country if they keep going like this. It's pretty much the same, man. Like, I don't know what the hell is happening. Most of them are. Yeah, most of them are. That's why I call them fez wearing clowns, bro. Now if you now if you now if you preach the actual essence of it in, Eastern culture, yeah, I give y'all that. But as soon as y'all go in the realm of Native Americans and saying you're not black and all this stuff, man, I can't deal with that. In 2012, I used to get them on to that. Brother shouts out to him. Brother Dawood called them fez wearing niggas. That's why I keep using it. They hate themselves. That's a Turkish fez, by the way. We never wore fez like that. Now, turbans, I respect that. That's more Eastern, for black people. They wore turbans and cloths on their head and face coverings. Eastern people dress like that. Not this fez wearing bullshit from the Turks and the so-called of them, Esau. They're all Edomites. They look pale and shit. That's they shit. It's that Roman shit. All that shit. I ain't getting into that, but that shit ain't us, nigga. As soon as you try to get on that Masonic square, they lock your ass up. Try to say you ain't part of this, and they lock your ass up forever. They know what you're doing. You can't do what they do. I talked about this on several streams with Wacky, and I said, yeah, they tried to do the same shit years ago, and look at them. Looking stupid. Looking stupid as hell. They're a bunch of sellouts. Yeah, everybody can't be one. No, they can't. You have to actually live by what you're saying, and culturally, like, as people we are, but you gotta serve Yah of hosts. That's what I say. People Israel, or y'all say Israelites, but you have to live by Yah's word. I do. I try my best. It ain't easy, but it matters because you got to know what the world is gonna throw at you, but you can't trip off of it. Because Esau done got everybody like a sheep. But that's okay. You know who's who, and you can't get mad. You gotta accept them. People gonna do what they're gonna do. I just move on. I just like, all right, I already know what you're gonna be. But I'm not mad. I'm just let them be who they are. See, niggas forget, man. This is the internet. Anybody can get touched off this shit. Yeah, I don't use the term Hebrews. That's just, that's the language and stuff like that. There's no such thing as a H and I. It's really you're Zion or you're Israelite. You God's chosen. You're his true chosen, or you known as Israel. So I stick with Hezekiah and Elder Young. Those are the guys I stick to. And yeah, Wacky talks about it a little bit too, but not as much. Him and what you call Soul and Black, he gets into it. He left and went to Rumble. But the guys I listen to is Elder Young One and Hezekiah. They break it down years ago. And I stuck with they teaching. And respectfully, yeah. And that's just me. That's just me. Yeah, collective. But them niggas is frauds though. I don't listen to them on the street. They don't they don't practice Yah's word. They breaking his laws already. They're not really living by what they're saying. They using JC doctrine, which is not the true doctrine. A lot of people try to say it is. They can argue. I'm not going to debate about nobody. No, I got out of that. I used to get caught up in that. See, that's that Christian slash so-called Jew or Jesuit thinking. That's Esau's thinking. Esau create the J terms to confuse y'all. So I don't play his J games. No, they're the same people. They just they're powerful. They run the planet. And they control everything you say anyway. So you got to go through them in other aspects. You don't always have to go through them unless you got to be the bad guy or be his killer. Let's say, I hate to say this. Esau wants the so-called black man to be a mercenary. That's all it is. He can be anything else, but he can't rule the planet. Gotta be his mercenary or some killer or some dictator. That's what he wants. He wants you to be his puppet. It's basically what Esau wants. He's the man in the field and he dominates. You see it all the time. Like, I think me and Elder Young talked about it. He talked about it on his videos years ago. I don't know what he's doing his thing too. I am too. But it's just like when I listen to him and Zeki and they break it down, we understand what's going on. We understand what about the Ukraine and Russia, what that's based off. It's prophecy. We're going to see some changes in this country. They're not treating us as bad as they did a long time ago. They are in some degree, but we're hurting ourselves technically. That's why the other groups don't really care for us like that. But when they get harmed by other people, it's hell break loose. And what do? We don't care. We act like we care. We don't really care. The average, but we don't care about them getting slaughtered. No. If the white man's killing them, so-called white men, and killing other races, that don't bother us. What bothers us is us. But when it comes to other groups, nah, we don't care for them like that. No. Because they don't care about us because there's that division. And that's what they want. That's that control. See, ain't no unity amongst Gentiles, but that's going to change if you need each other and share. And if y'all share y'all's work, it has to be that. But it's got to be our people first and then them. You have to balance it out. But it's a whole nother topic. I can get into scripture talk anytime I want, but I ain't going to do it on this channel because a lot of you niggas come from these so-called management bases. Y'all sensitive. Y'all can't handle that. Y'all can't because too many atheists. There are agents to Esau and whatever, but you know we ain't gonna get into that. I can't give y'all that knowledge. Y'all not worthy. Let's just keep it real. Y'all not worthy. Because I could tell like 2 years ago they was dissing it, and I ain't got time for that. Like, dude, you're not in the truth. Because if you was, you wouldn't be saying that. They tried to do that to me on Kuda shit 2 years ago. That shit backfired. I had to tell LA, you don't know the scriptures, bro. I read the scriptures every now and then and quote them. I used to memorize. I used to do all that on this channel. Like, y'all can watch my old shit. I still believe that. I just don't teach it no more because I know how sensitive you dudes are about these so-called red pill spaces, which is not really a red pill space. Or true red pill space is going against Esau and his destructive technology. I don't call it demonic. No, it's destructive. It's his destruction and his illusions. I'm destroying the Masonic foundation, what he has on this platform. That's my purpose of being here. And two, get the message out and move on. See this thing collapse, whatever, you know. That's the big goal, you know. But the big goal is to see for what it is, to let y'all know that these spaces has been ran through and been destroyed. So basically, Esau just cares about his own endeavors. Like, I'm playing a game, right? My second playthrough of Fallout, right? You got 4 fucking factions, right? 4 factions. I just did a playthrough with one. I chose the obvious anarchist group, the Railroad, right? All they care about is sense, right? Machines think they're humans. It's like, you know, they try to put, I won't say it like this. They try to use the so-called black people, the nigger reference, right? This is how Esau and his little companies like Bethesda, they like to throw that little science juice in there. But the player, you know, the character, if you're Nate, do you really care about them? You have opposite, hell no. But my other playthrough, I did. I was gonna side with the Minutemen until I did those DLCs earlier. Like, I think it was Far Harbor Nuka War. I messed up on that. I effed up on that. Now I know better. because it fucked up my saves a little bit, but it's all right. It still works. But siding with the railroad, you just military checkpoints, and there's more work to do. But the most in between good and evil, this faction, I want to talk about the Fanatics, Brotherhood of Steel. We're going to get into them in just a second. But the Institute, they're no different than what we got now. Let's just put it that way. The Institute is a bunch of scientists control androids, like what they call synths. That's what you got now. And they got a nuclear reactor on the ground. So that's what you got now, the tech people. Y'all know where I'm going with this. And Bethesda did a good job exposing what it looks like in these games and these ideologies. They took an IP from a company that couldn't deliver the first two Fallouts. They were good, but they just couldn't continue on, and they was going bankrupt, right? Bethesda, Lord behold, ideologies coming with the third game. Third game revolutionized these type of games now, and these other first person that's similar to these games. Now you start seeing Fallout 4. Why I got Game of the Year? Well, number one, you have 4 factions have different ideologies. That's one reason they like it. And number 2, they liked it for the settlement build because the Minuteman, but the Minuteman's trash because they people don't get level up as fast. And the third thing they liked it was the gameplay and the gunplay and the customizations all together. It was customizations. Let's just put it like that. All that. That's what they were intrigued by the previous games. The fourth thing they liked it was you had choice. I've said there's some idiots out there that said they never had choice in Fallout 4. Bullshit. Yes, you did. You just got to travel enough in the role-playing game and random occurrences like miscellaneous quests or side quests. Yeah, there's some choices. I'll give you one. Where the diner, closer you get to Lexington, and you pass Concord, but it's in between Concord and Lexington. When that guy was a drug dealer, oh yeah, it was serious. Then you got to save this robotic person named Nick Valentine. He's a synth, a synthetic machine, right? You had a choice to save him or not. But if you save him, that's it. There's plenty of choices. And the outcomes is based on your action. No matter which faction you choose, people will praise you or hate you. That's the beauty of this game. That's, the approval. That's the fourth thing. The fifth thing is what they really like is the DLCs. Let's just keep it real. The DLC is what saved number 4. That Nuka World DLC saved them because you get to be a raider for the first time. That angle. That's why 76 exists. And Fall Harbor is another good DLC because you have 3 choices. Side with the fucking machines, the simps, the robotic androids. Fall Harbor, the races, or biggest they would call them, against other Odysseys, like how they want to use us as a shield for other Odyssey people. And then the third group, they worship radiation, the children of Adam, fanatics, right? Just like the Brotherhood of Steel, fanatics. They have something in common. They have these strange ideologies, and this is normal. If the nukes ever fall in any country or this country, you know what that means, right? People still have the same ideologies before they go. It's going to happen. It's just going to get to a point where we are today. And this game has so much lore, so much backstory, a lot of pain and struggles. Most video games got a lot of messages, just like movies. Every time you see something, anything is post-apocalyptic, it's always about survival, man. And that's what these companies trying to push. So it's pretty much the same, man. Like, yeah, man, it's real, but it's gonna get worse before it get better, But yeah, but shouts out to everybody that come through, man. Like, I just want to come on here quick, just say my piece, But Thursday Thrills is what it is. But shouts out to Tampa. Y'all subscribe to him and APTV. Shouts out to him as always for the share. Appreciate y'all, man. And let's say Mike Matroke the 4th. Yeah, let's go on, man. Appreciate you stop by. He's always here. She will here. Appreciate you coming through. Shouts out to Red. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me get back to this second playthrough, man. But it's getting ridiculous out here in person too. But the world's crazy. It ain't changing. Just different people, but the philosophy is still there. It's hard to wipe that. because you got people thinking different philosophies all the time. But like I said, man, this is it. My stream was about to pop, but it didn't. It's here. Y'all got your message in an hour. You know how it is. But I'll let y'all know Sunday Madness, the 58th edition is coming soon. I'll drop that, and y'all see me then, and y'all know what it is. Until next time, shalom to the people of the children you get of. Excuse me, I won't say that again. I'll say it. All right. In closing, the people, the children of Israel, praise to the Most High Yah, bless, naming the Melchizedek, of course. As always, signing off until next time, and I'm out. And shalom.